So next job is to make this out of aluminum and adjust the angle a little bit. Oh, yep, this is a bit too steep of an angle, so we'll fix that a little bit. Make it less. So we have it marked. So now need to figure out which tools to use to cut it out. I think that will be the most appropriate. Voila! Now that we have a piece of material cut out, I'm going to throw it into my CNC mill and it will do the rest. Right, well, but my CNC mill is a little underpowered. You see, it's about this size. So I think we're gonna try to cut out some of the material, drill some holes and remove a big chunk out of it using tools like these. fits. Now we need to bend it at this line. So I think I'll have to make a groove and bend it up. Make a groove here and bend it up and then weld. Something like that. Let's see. So we attempt to use power tools like this. This is advanced CNC machining. Got the same disc now. So yeah, this is less steep, and I think we can do a test fit on the bike. Here we go. I think it sits, yeah, where it's supposed to be. So when we get on the bike, well, we're kind of here. Right? Yeah, it's in the line of sight. Maybe we can push it back just a tad bit. But the upright is pretty good, so the sun won't hit it. Well, maybe I'll bend it back just a tad bit and try again. I'm gonna weld this up so it becomes stronger. 3 holes, and we're almost ready to mount. I just need to print this around from different plastic now that my 3D printer is back together, and we'll take it from there. Yep, touched it. Ooh, okay. I would say it's half decent for the first time welding aluminum. The joys of ABS printing. Behold, my enclosure. That took me about $10 to build. Let's look at the beast. Okay, the print is going nicely. So the enclosure is needed to keep in the heat because ABS shrinks a lot when it cools. So if it gets cool in there while printing, it just lifts off from the bed, gets all candy-wampus and stops printing right. So this keeps the heat in. It's kind of warm in there, probably good 50, 120, 140 degrees in there. Nice and toasty. So the whole print job is what, like 12 hours? So I'll check back in an hour or so. So, a failure in 3D printing. The bearing is shot, this thing moves, plus the belt slipped or unhooked somewhere in there. Because the motor side feels solid, so I need to take this off. Get the new one, because yeah, definitely the bearing is toast. I don't know what happened here, but the belt is way too loose. It skips this whole thing. Coming apart, so I only have to take this off. Anyhow, so not going smoothly so far, and that's the result. Right, so you can tell this thing gets crooked. This one totally separated from the base. The hot end just knocked it off and then started printing in the air. So just making filler material right now. So let me try to take this apart and see what I can find. So here we go. I took off the heat plate so I can get in here. This thing was here like this, and with this nut underneath, and in this hole. So you can't tighten up the nut all the way because that pinches on the bearing and that stops from rotating. And another thing I noticed, the belt slipped through these zip ties, so it's extended and the side was much lower. The pulley is much lower than the motor in the back when this guy in here. So I went to my local Ace Hardware, but unfortunately it's Wednesday and it's closed for some reason on Wednesdays now that this whole corona bullshit is going on. So I had to drive farther away to Lowe's and dig through craps of their bolts to find a longer one like this. So I got, I think, a 4mm longer one, and we'll try to assemble this again here. So I'm not going to bore you me trying different washers and nuts to get the right length. I'll catch you back up once we have this mounted at the right height. Okay, so here we go. We have the idler pulley up in there, everything's smooth. They should be on the same plane. It has a tiny bit of play. So now we need to cut this off and recrimp it. You see how nicely the belt just grips in itself. Right, and we're not savages. We're gonna cut off the ends of the zip ties. Right, so now we have this pretty much sorted. Come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go, right? Oh. So let's get there. So we need a piece of paper. We send the printer home. We send the printer home. We turn off the motors. Well, we can actually turn off the printer. So now the printing head is at the bottom, right? It should be pretty much touching the bed. So let's verify that in all four corners. Right. And we do that by sliding a piece of paper. Until we start feeling drag. Like this. Right, so well, that's a bit too much. But also this design is very, very not good, because it's only held by the glue, and heat and glue, the glue comes off. So unfortunately I have only 2 of these clips. Maybe I can find some more. But let's clip it in and see. Okay, we have adjusted the printer. Now we can print. But before we can print, we need to do a couple more things. My prints keep coming off from the surface, so let's clean it with alcohol. I ordered the new printing surface, but I don't know how long it will be until stuff gets here, because the world is closed. But I'm gonna try to fix it by applying this Kid's Gorilla Glue on. Wait for this to dry a moment. And the cool thing is, this is a purple one. So you can see, hopefully, well, I don't see. Well, I got the purple one so I can see where I'm applying it, but didn't work out as expected. So now you have to get out of the way. I'm gonna put the cover back on here. So let's go and print. I think it was V3. There's no raft. So we have the glue applied. Here we go. Now we're going to wait for this to heat up and start printing. So we have good news and we have bad news. Good news, it stayed on the plate. Bad news, it started printing way over there after some time. I don't think the belt slipped this time. You can see the holes, everything shifted and it started printing up in the air. Right, so I think there is a mistake in the slicer somewhere in the G-code. That after some layers everything shifts. My clip is way over there, so everything got knocked out. The belt seems to be at the same tension I left it, so let's peel this off, reslice it, rotate it the other way, and try printing again. Maybe coat it again with the glue, because that looked to help. Yeah. Hooray! Print done! And this one only took 10 hours 43 minutes. So what did we get? So this is attempt number 5. That finally is done. Looks pretty good. At least from here. Still a little warm, but I think we can peel it off. So successful print with ABS. Actually took a while to figure out how, but now I'm able to print in ABS. We have a holder printed from ABS that needs to be mounted here, but as you can see, this has 3 holes at the bottom and this one doesn't, so we need to fix the problem somehow. So for this, we put it in the vise and kinda we want it yay apart. Okay. Now, do we have anything long enough to mark it? Nope. So what can we use to mark it? All we need to do is mark it here. Here we go. Now we take a ruler. It's 14 millimeters, so we need, the middle would be 7. And that's where it is. So we marked this kind of mainly for distance this way. So we're gonna put it in the middle, 7 millimeters. So the hole has to go right here. Here we go. We marked the location of the hole. So we have to tap with the M6 tap. So now we need to figure out what hole we need to use. According to Google, M6 by 1 tapped hole, we need to drill it at 5 millimeters. Let's pull out the drill press out of the corner. So, quick check on the bike revealed that we don't have to be absolutely spot on, because there is enough wiggle room in the holes on the bike where I can adjust it exactly how I like it. So this looks about right, looking at it. Like this, yep, okay. Everything aligns. This is solid. So now we can spray paint this black and go mount everything to our ABS holder and throw it on the bike. It's time to mount it. Nice and shiny. There we go. Now we can put this on the bike. And we do a reverse here. Come on. Okay, I think all of that will fit in here finally. Like that. Okay. First gear, have neutral, okay. Everything seems to be here. Oh, 3 pounds of this goodness. And this is how it looks from a seated position from driver's eyesight. We're going to create a little lip on the top, some shade. This will be perfect. Now I need just to code this.